Welcome back to the Cozy Cottage Homestead. Today I'm going to go over some books, not really necessarily a book review, just to share with some of you the collection of herbal books that I have. Quite a collection, probably have a whole lot more, but these are probably the ones that I use the most, and as I go through them I'll tell you what I like about them or not like about them. And we'll just go through it. Some of them are just specifically identifying herbs. Some of them are home remedies. Some of them have tinctures. Just really a little bit of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom the camera in, and I just want to jump on here and show my face for a second to say hello and welcome back to the Cozy Cottage Homestead. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the lovely comments. I really appreciate every single one of you that I interact with regularly, and all the new people that's coming along to the homestead. So had several requests for some of the books that I use and where did I learn all the stuff about herbs. Of course, I might not be the brightest color in the box. There's lots of people that know a lot more than I do, but I know enough and safely have done enough research and practice and experiments and stuff, and try to share with all of you the stuff that I know that works and stuff that's good. I usually, if I have a tincture not turn out right or I don't think it's beneficial, you'll never know about it because I'll never share it. I may mention it, but if I think it's a waste of someone's time or my time, I won't even go there if it's not something that I think is really good. But also, with that being said, some tinctures and home remedies work better with other people. Not all remedies is going to work the same for you as it does for someone else. So that's something to keep in mind, and that's always something that I think about whenever they give people prescription medicine and you got a million people on one certain, I'm not going to list no names, medication. It's probably not going to work the same for everyone. Generally, lots of people may have similar digestive systems and genes and the whole scientificness of the way the body biologically works. God made us all unique. He made us all different. So I believe different things are going to work better for different people. Some are going to be allergic to some stuff. Some people aren't allergic to stuff. So I would say, as I do with anything, always do your own research. Make sure you start slow. Make sure you test the tincture. If you want more information on how to do that, some of these books tell you that, to see if you're allergic or not. But always start slow. And if you're taking prescription medication, you need to address that with your doctor. Some doctors will work with you on how to taper off of your prescription medicine. Some just turn their nose up to natural medicine. But you do what you think is best for you and your family. I like the natural herbs. I'll go ahead and start on it because all of the herbs is in the Bible. This book right here is called Healing Secrets from the Bible. God wants us to be healthy, and the Bible tells us how. This book has so many notes in it, and so many notes that I transferred from here to my Bible and checked it and highlighted it. So this is a very good one. I don't think it's a newer book. The copyright on it is it looks like they have several books. The copyright on this one is in '96. It's through the Nutrition Times Press. You also can still probably find it online along with some of the other books that they have, which is some very good ones. I do have this one, but I didn't pull it out. The Wisdom of Amish Folk Medicine and Safe Eating. I have several more books that I did not pull out because, as you can tell, I have a pile of them. But I just can't see going wrong. These books are worth their weight in gold. If we can improve our health, I mean, what more could we ask for? If you're not healthy, you're just not going to do well. You're not going to feel well. So if you can keep yourself healthy, I think that's very important. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself out of here somewhat and zoom in just a little bit and specifically show you the books. Grab you some sweet tea. Mine's green tea today, iced green tea. Grab you a herbal tea, coffee, whatever you like. Grab your notebook and pencil and get ready to take down some notes on some good herbal books, home remedies, and such. Alright, so let me bring this book closer so y'all can see what it's called. Healing Secrets from the Bible. God wants us to be healthy, and the Bible tells us how. Now I'm going to tell y'all, I am not an expert on pronouncing names. I can read it and say it great in my head. You know, like when you sing along with the radio, you sound just like the singer. Yeah, I do that. But this is the author, Dr. Patrick Quillen, PhD, RD, CNS, whatever all that means. I know the lighting is not the best in here, y'all. So please bear with me, and I hope y'all are seeing this the right way and not backwards. Because I probably will not be able to go back and list every single one in the description, but I'll probably list a few. Okay. And you can find books for foraging that's just specific for your region. I've had a lot of trouble trying to find some that were specific for the South region in Louisiana. But this is the Southeast foraging region. 120 wild and flavorful flowers, edible. This is Chris Bennett. This is a good book. I haven't used it as much. Even though it's supposed to be for my region, it does have excellent pictures in it so that you can read about it. But what I did not like about it was it didn't tell you there's hickory, greenbrier, field garlic. It doesn't really tell you how to use the herb. So that's a little aggravating for me because I'm more into the remedies, you know, how to make tinctures and stuff. But it does help you identify wild carrots. It does have very good detailed pictures that help you identify, you know, so you know for sure what you're looking at. And this was Southeast foraging. There are some others with other regions in this particular type of book. This is the official U.S. Army Illustrated Guide to Edibles and Wild Plants. Another very good one that you could just have in your vehicle or a bug out bag or just around the house. It just gives you general things all over the U.S. Same thing, it gives you the description, tells you what it is. This was particularly a wild rose. It tells you what parts are edible. It also tells you what the cautions are. It's very good for identification. Lots of good information in that. This is still a newer book, still can be purchased. Get a sip of my drink. My green tea. Alright, this is an older book that I have. Herbs for Your Health. A handy guide for knowing and using 50 common herbs. Not sure if this was specific for my region or just the U.S. in general. But it was a good starter book. Just to give you general information. And again, it has really good detailed. This one specifically is cayenne. And it does tell you how much to use, like to make tea. Which, oh my lord, I can't imagine drinking cayenne tea. But I guess eating gumbo is kind of like some hot tea. Cranberries, elderberries, hops, licorice, marshmallow. But this one does tell you a little more information on if it's good dehydrated or not. Tells you if it's good for traditional, tells you traditional usages, where people use it from. Like if it was the Native Americans or if it was Indians. Some of it tells you when it was brought over to the United States. Lemon balm, another really good one. Great for all kind of healing stuff. Tells you you can make it dry, dehydrate it, turn it into capsules and take it. Just very good information. This was a good little one. This one was by Stephen Foster, Herbs for Your Health. Hopefully y'all can see this. I know the lighting is not the best. Took me a minute to even get the camera to where I thought it would be a good where y'all could see it. So let's go ahead and move right along. See, we did those. Trying to keep them separated. Let's go with this one. Is a big picture herb book, hardback, Herbs for Healthy Living. Very good one. I don't know if it says who the author is on this one. It is a Dr. U.T.E. Kunkili. Duh. Yeah, it's a foreign name. So I'm hoping y'all can see that. Let's see. Let's turn it around so you can see the whole book. This one is got some great information in it. Great little, it breaks down the plant in detail. Tells you way more, a wealth of information. Like, so if you graduate from the little beginner books, this is a lot more in depth. All the way down to the description, the flowers, the scent, the location, what it treats, what to use it for, what and when to gather it, if there's any lookalikes, which that's very important because a lot of the herbs do have lookalikes and can trick you into thinking it's something that it's not. Black mustard even talks about cabbage. A bunch of different flowers, herbs, native flowers, wild edibles. A whole bunch of good information. A really good study book. Definitely recommend this one. Okay. This one is comprehensive and up-to-date self-guide prescriptions for natural healing. Practical A to Z reference to drug-free remedies using vitamins, minerals, herbs, and food substitutes. Or supplements. My bad. This is by James F. Balch and Phyllis A. I guess. Blanche or Balch or something. I'm not sure. It's not important. What's important is you know what the book looks like. And it's a good one. This one goes into way more. That's why I tell people I basically have studied enough herbal stuff and self-help. This one particularly, I have it highlighted. This was all about the thyroid. It goes all the way down to breaking down everything that could be wrong. Gives you actually tests to do at home so that you know if your thyroid is underactive or hyperactive. Mine is now underactive without the other half. And it tells you how to test to see if you believe you have thyroid problems. So don't just rely on this. I also have been to the doctor and also have had surgery to have one side removed. So I kind of know, what's going on with it. And plus, after doing the home test, it just reconfirms that yes, that's the problem. The wonderful thing about this book is it tells you stuff to eat and stuff not to eat to improve certain health elements. So there's lots of good stuff in here that tells you what to do, what foods to avoid, what foods can trigger certain health elements. This one's just a good book. This is just a section on the common cold. Tells you again what types of stuff to avoid, what types of more vitamins and herbs and tinctures and food diets, things that's important to get you well a lot quicker without prescription medication. Very good one. Very more in detail. Prescription for Natural Healing. Avery Publishing Group. Under the health category. Comprehensive and up-to-date self-help guide. Prescription for nutritional healing. Very good one, and it says A to Z. Just about, if you have something in it wrong with you, believe me, it's probably in here from A to Z. Okay, let's go to this one. Healing Antibiotics. Natural alternatives for treating drug-resistant bacteria. In-depth profiles, the most effective herbs, comprehensive review, scientific research, extensive medical making instructions, 200 tincture ratios. This one has lots of different tinctures. It will give you something that I cannot, which is the dosage amount of tinctures. And again, if you decide to try some of this stuff, do it at your own risk. I'm not telling anyone that this is what they need to do or this is the way to go or how to do it. This is just simply for those that is interested in helping defend, like it says, the essential guide to building your natural defenses by healing yourself naturally. This one is a good one. More in depth. It's more like a college study book. You almost feel like you're definitely a certified herbalist after you get done reading all these books. And I guess if I could pronounce all these big words, I probably would have went to school for such. But I had a feeling they'd want me to stand up in front of the class and give a speech. Go figure. And I would look like a fool because I could not pronounce all those big scientific names of the herbs. All I know is the simple names of most herbs. Herbal Medicine from the Earth. This is a good little book too. This one is by Sharon, I can't pronounce it, Telegener ND. So I'll let you look at it. Hold it up for a second so y'all can write down some notes. Cheryl, first name. And she has a lot of other books, herbal medicines. Again, this one gives you more specific on how to make natural remedies, such as cold medicine. Tells you how much to take, how often to take it, how to mix certain essential oils to make different concoctions. Lots of recipes on how to make tinctures and different mixtures. And this author here too believes in the natural healing. God gave us everything that we needed here on the earth and to heal our bodies. And she has the Latin names to the common names. That's the ones that I have problems with, is all those official Latin names or whatever other names they call them. Some really good stuff. You're looking for more in-depth, like this one tells you how many drops for this, how many drops for that, how many times a day to take it. You can take it in a tincture, take it as a tea. So when you have certain health issues that arise, it kind of tells you how much tea to drink and such. Herbal Medicine from the Heart of the Earth. And that was the author again. Well, let's see. We did this one. No, we didn't do this one. I don't know if I did this one. Can't remember. The Little Herb book. The Little Herb Encyclopedia Handbook. Another good little handbook. Does not have pictures, but has lots of good information in it. The Handbook of Natural Remedies for a Healthier Life. I do think I did that one. No, I don't think so. Not yet. They all start looking alike, y'all. Backyard Medicine, updated 8, expanded season, 2nd edition. Harvest and make your own herbal remedies. Another one with herbal remedies. This one again has good pictures, good information. It does not break down as specific the science behind how the herbs and the tinctures work. It does share a little bit. Most of the herbs that I found in here, some I had access to and some that I didn't. So it just depends on what you have in your area. If you have certain herbs in your area, by all means, look into it and make yourself some natural medicine. It's really not that hard to do. It's really pretty easy. I just don't have access to a lot of the ones that's in this particular book, but I am growing more and more of these herbs so that I do have them in my herbal garden. Backyard Medicine. Second edition, Bruton Seal and Seals. Let's see if we can get that to focus. Might be too close. Alrighty. Moving right along. Let's see, we did all of those. Okay. This was one of my new favorite ones. This is a newer book. David Hoffman, Fnimhahg. I don't know what all those titles are, but I do know this is a really good book, especially for aging in mind. Herbs for the Healthy Aging. Natural prescription for a vibrant health. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Yes, indeed. That's the goal, to get in better health. I believe this one also is probably some biblical base. I've started reading and I haven't gotten too far through it. Lots of information. If you don't want to really get deep into learning about how the herbs heal and all of that kind of stuff, you might want to hold off on this one. Get some of the other ones first, and then get a little more in depth as you move along with knowing about herbs. Just depends on how interested you are in it. This is like a little advanced, but it's definitely a good one to have on your shelf. And I myself also waited until I was a little older to get this one, and it is a newer book. Let's see if I can find the copyright. Looks like it might have been the last time was in like 14, but it dates all the way back until the early 1900s, the information that's been gathered in this book. Very good one. One of my new ones. I love this one. This is just a cute little, I call it a little girly book. Make your own affordable, sustainable nesting skills. This book has a little bit of everything. You'll see what I mean about girly. He's like a little teenager, just drew a bunch of pictures in it and just wrote down some notes. Absolutely love it because that's what it feels like. Feels like you're reading someone's personal journal. Has lots of different tinctures, tonics, soaps. Oh my goodness. Lots of good information. How to make shampoo for your animals. Facial soap. Laundry detergent. Basically a little bit of everything. This is for colds and remedies. How to make an antifungal salve. I mean, a little bit of everything. This is just a really cute little book. Very good. Beginners. But it is also very informative. Make your own affordable, sustainable nesting skills. Written and illustrated by Raylan Briggs. If I said that right. It might be pronounced different. Ray. I'm not sure. But anyway, I know this one's a good one. It's still in print. It's a newer book. Let's see. Yeah, there's a, if I can get to zoom in. There is a website on here. See if it's zooming in. You might can see it. If I stand still, my fluorescent light's making those lines. So yeah, if I stop for just a second, the lines are still rolling through it, looks like on my end. But this is the book. Really cute, really good one. If I go slower, it'll catch it better. I hope all this is not backwards. Okay. Old-fashioned cures and remedies. old-fashioned cures and proven home remedies. See if we can do this one slow again too. See if y'all can get it to focus. Oh yeah, that's much better. This one is a very good one too as well. Lots of different concoctions, remedies, and folklore, old ways of doing things. This is the back of it. And that was the printing company, I guess. This I got this one in 2008. I don't remember when the print was on it. The copyright. Oh, I don't see it. This one is biblical based as well. Has some scriptures in here. Let's see. I don't see the copyright date on this one. I thought I could find it real quick, but it's an older one. I don't know if this one, the pages is kind of turning. I don't know if this one's still, I guess you could still find it. It does not have pictures, but it does give you information about all different kinds of health issues, health problems. I just seen corns, calluses, flus, colds, high blood pressure, just all kind of health issues that you may have, dry mouth, and it breaks it down. You can makes teas, makes tinctures, tells you how to use it, foods again to avoid, how to do things better so that your food is digested better. It talks about a lot of vitamins, a lot of omega-3s, lots of good information on how to do things the natural way without prescription medication. By just simply healing yourself by the foods that we consume and that we eat, that it's healthy. This is a really good one too. This is one of my favorite ones. Okay, let me go with this one first. Nourishing Traditions. This one is all about based on the beginning of the Western culture. Some of this stuff in this book I would not recommend. I will not consume. I will not eat. I will not even try it. But other than that, after that being said, there is a wealth of information in this book. It may gross some people out, but if you want to know how we're supposed to live if we were not to have electricity or the grid went down, this is a newer copy of an older book. You still can get this. I think it was kind of expensive. Well, I consider $30 expensive for a book because I usually get a lot of books from the thrifty books secondhand, and it's usually pretty cheap. This one was a new one. That's how bad I wanted it, so it didn't matter too much for me, the cost, because I knew it was worth its weight in gold. Lots of good information. This one has lots of recipes in it, but it also has lots of folklore at the beginning of the Western culture, throughout the Western culture, how they cook things, how they done things, how they made things. This one's just a good one, in my opinion, to have on your library, at your house, on your homestead. It's just a good reference book. It has so much information in there. If you really are interested in the way they used to do things and how things were done, how they, not necessarily up to the specs of the USDA, which that to me is a funny topic considering what they're putting in our food today. Maybe some of this stuff might actually have not been so unsafe. It's just customs that we're not used to in our modern society. But hey, some stuff works, some stuff doesn't. And that's how people learn, passing stuff down and sharing information. Very good one just to have. And as you can tell, I have lots of books, as I said, and I use them to cross-reference. Some have more information in them than others, and some have less information. But that way I can compare all the information to make sure that I'm learning as much as I possibly can about whatever the herb is that I'm looking into using to make a tincture or a salve with. Okay. This one is a newer one. I just recently got it. This book here specifically says that they do not want anyone to share any of the recipes or information. They want people to buy and purchase the book themselves. So I can't really go into too many details, but enough to where I can share it so people will learn about the book. I think that would be nice. But it is a newer book. It's passed down from their family history and generation. Lots of tinctures, salves, home remedies, poultices, salves, and tinctures. I guess because of it having specific dosage amounts and such like that, that it's one of those things that no one can tell you what to do or how to do it. You have to do stuff at your own risk and under your doctor's supervision before you should try something like this. However, you can buy it and purchase it and read it just for entertainment, if nothing else. But for some of us diehards, old-fashioned, old-timey people, we are very interested in learning the old ways and how to naturally heal ourselves. This is the first book that I have found that is more in depth and more in detail on precise measurements, dosage amounts, and such in that fashion. David, I guess that's a Q Kirshner, and this was the back of it. Let's see if it shows. Yeah, we'll do it like this so you can get a good look at it, jot it down. I'll try to hold it still. Alright, this is one of my new ones. Very more so in depth in as the dosage amount and precisely what it's used for. So if you're looking for a more detailed one, this would be it. Okay, and I saved the best for last. The antique book that I told y'all about that I've had forever. I looked at the copyright in it, and it is a 1975. I was born in 73, so tells you how old it is. I haven't had it since 75, but I know I've had it at least since I was like in my late teens. So you could do the math on that. This one is called Wild Edibles. One of the first herbal books that I could find whenever I was a young person. Probably got it from a thrift store, bookstore, Goodwill, something along those lines. It was very interesting to me. The pictures and the details are not near as good because they are hand-drawn illustrations of the plants. But I can tell you some of the information that's in this book, they simply just do not share in other books no more. It's raw, it's real, it's down to the point. It has really good information. It just does not have it in color. So if you have some of your newer books, you can cross-reference it if you're out in the wild foraging for herbs so that you can make sure the color is right, even though it tells you exactly everything about it. You just simply can't see it in color. So for this particular thing, I am so thankful for modern technology with having herbal books that are actually in color. But the reading and the information in this book is absolutely interesting, and it's amazing what all of these herbs and stuff can do. It talks about making salads with the herbs. It doesn't really so much talk about tinctures as much, but it goes into that in a sense. But I don't know that you could find this book anywhere. Wild Harvest, an Outdoorsman Guide to Edible Wild Plants in North America. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be one you're going to be able to find. Let's see if I can get it right in the light. Hopefully it's reading it right. It doesn't really have a cover on this side or that side. Let's open up the cover page. It just says Wild Harvest. There it is, the Outdoorsman Guide. Let's see if that gets it. You might can still find it. I'm not sure. I just know it's really old and it's in really good shape. They may even have a newer version of it out. I'm not sure. But this is the oldest book that I have on wild harvest, on natural herbs and stuff. So I just wanted to share that. I had a few requests. Let me see if I can sneak back over here in this little side over here. Whew, actually wore out from standing there and going through all the books. Let me get a sip of tea. Zoom y'all back out. There we go. I'll sit down here for a second. Well, I have a huge collection of herbal books, y'all. I don't use them all every day, all the time, but whenever I specifically want to look up something or see a wild herb out in the wilderness, I can run in here and grab one of my books and look it up and see what kind of health benefits it has. And that's just kind of, you know, once I got older and started having health problems, then it was the frugalest way to go, and it was the naturalist way to go to heal myself, because I've never been one to take prescription medicine, and I just absolutely do not like taking pain medicine, even though I do have to take pain medicine occasionally, but it's not prescription. I prefer to drink a hot tea or take tinctures to help relieve and alleviate some of that. But I like to do it the natural way. I believe God's way is the only way and the best way. So I hope you found some of this information useful and helpful. Maybe getting look into finding some of these books. I do order a lot of my books from Thrifty Books. They have the best prices. I'm not affiliated with anyone, but they have a ton of books on there, reasonably priced. A business that I've been dealing with for probably about 20 years. I don't even know if it's been 20 years, maybe 15 years. Great books, great stuff, good prices, frugal. So, you know, I definitely like it. And then you can pick if you want it to be in poor shape, good shape, excellent shape. So it just depends on what your budget is, but it's definitely doable for anyone that's wanting to take control of their own health, become more natural, more green, more towards what God wants us to do, God's diet. Some things we don't have no more that they had. It's not available, but we can do the best we can with what we have. That's what I always say, and I truly believe that. So thanks for joining me today. Hopefully this has been some helpful information. If it has, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And you know what's better than being frugal is free. So today I tried to share some free information with all of you to help improve your health the natural way. So again, thanks for joining me, and farewell, homestead family, friends, and neighbors from the Cozy Cottage Homestead.